The Lantern in the Woods. In the quiet village of Elderglow, nestled between rolling hills and a dense forest, lived a girl named Ilara. She was 16, with eyes like storm clouds and a heart that yearned for adventure. The villagers often spoke of the woods beyond the meadow, a place where shadows danced and whispers carried secrets older than the oaks. "Stay away," they warned, "for the forest keeps what it claims." But Ilara, restless and curious, felt the woods calling her. One autumn evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of amber and violet, Ilara slipped out of her cottage. In her hand, she carried a small lantern, its flame flickering like a tiny heartbeat. She crossed the meadow, her boots crunching against frost-kissed grass, and paused at the forest's edge. The trees loomed tall, their branches weaving a canopy that blocked the fading light. Taking a deep breath, she stepped forward, the lantern casting a golden glow around her. The deeper she ventured, the stranger the forest became. The air grew thick, and the path seemed to twist under her feet, as if the woods were alive, reshaping themselves to guide her. She heard faint murmurs, like voices carried on the wind. But when she turned, there was nothing but shadows. Her heart pounded, yet she pressed on, driven by a feeling she couldn't name. After what felt like hours, Ilara stumbled into a clearing. At its center stood a gnarled tree, older than any she'd seen, its trunk wide enough to hide a house. Hanging from one of its branches was a lantern identical to hers, glowing with a light that pulsed like a star. The murmurs grew louder, forming words she could almost understand. "Find us," they seemed to say. "Free us." Ilara approached the tree, her lantern trembling in her grip. As she reached out, the two lanterns flared brightly, their lights merging into a dazzling blaze. Images flooded her mind, faces of people long gone, trapped by an ancient curse that bound their spirits to the forest. They had been wanderers like her, drawn to the woods by its magic, only to be ensnared by its heart, the very tree before her. Fear gripped Ilara, but so did resolve. She whispered to the spirits, promising to help. Guided by their voices, she placed her lantern beside the one on the tree. The moment they touched, the ground shook, and the tree groaned as if waking from a long slumber. Light erupted from the lanterns, spiraling upward, and one by one the spirits appeared, faint, shimmering figures who smiled at her before fading into the night. The forest grew still. The oppressive weight lifted, and the path behind Ilara reappeared, straight and clear. She turned back, her lantern now dim, but still warm in her hand. When she emerged from the woods, the village was just as she'd left it, though the stars seemed brighter, as if the sky itself was grateful. Ilara never spoke of that night, but she carried the memory like a secret flame. The villagers noticed a change in her, a quiet strength, a knowing glint in her eyes, and though the woods remained, no one ever warned of them again, for Ilara had tamed their heart.